Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I hope you are welcome to my YouTube channel. And this is a fourth video. So here I will discuss about HTML attributes. So here I wrote some point. First thing that attributes are additional information about HTML elements. If you want to provide some additional information to HTML elements, so you can use attributes. So attribute all of attributes come in the starting tag, not in the closing tag. So here is a starting tag of an element. So all the attributes come here, not here. So all the attributes are in the starting tag. So here's the code, actual code. So these are the starting tag here, and this is a closing tag. So all the attributes come in the start, not in the closing tag. So if you write in closing tag, so browser does not implement and does not render them. So second thing I shares is third thing is on key value pairs. So key value pairs means a key is the name of attributes and value is value. So first thing that I use, like, so here must use an language attribute. So here is a lan is a key, and then use double quote to define its value. It may be a English and something else. So here's the main purpose of here is to define, so what is a key and value. So key is the name of attributes, and then value is its value. So value may be in single quote and double quotes, it's up to you. So third thing, some attributes does not have their value. So this is a true. Some attributes does not have their values. This is only key. So key is only key. So key is like hidden. So if you define an element and then wrote and then write in like that h1, so here if you define like hidden, so this is mean that this is a hide the element that of display none. So means ke this element will be hidden from your web page. So I will give you show like this is example. So send studies the next. So some attributes does not have a value. All the elements have some common attributes, but every element does not have all the attributes. This is true. But because some attributes are common in every HTML elements, but some of not, because there's are specified with the some attributes. So like in that, if it is a like a ref, if you want to create a link, so it will give a google.com. So here's the href attributes is associate with the anchor tag. We cannot use in h1 element or h2 element. So here the some attributes are associated with some elements. So particular element have some different attributes that are only used in here, not all of the elements. So examples are here some like a width. So define a width of any element. Height, if you want to define a height of an element, so you can hide and give the style. And name, if you want to get a value of an html element in server side, so you can use the name. There's the id. So id must be unique. You can duplicate id, but this is not a recommended way. So id should be must be unique. So you should give only one id per an element. So class, you can duplicate class, you can give one class to multiple elements. So script attribute he used to define, yeah, write script in HTML element. A language attribute define the language of a document. So here the first element, first attributes that I will discuss. There's a language. So language attributes have, this is a name. So there is a key equal and then its value like English. So here's the English. So here the title are set attributes. Third thing that I used to like import an image, use image tag img. So here's a one dot gif. This is a self-closing tag, so close it. So when I'm open in a browser, then I refresh, so like you can see the image. So here's a you. So I will use height and width attribute to define its width and make it visible. So here's a define width. So here's a define a width like 330 pixels. So when I define like see that, so now the width of an image is 330 pixels. So you they see in the inspections I will show you that okay, width of an element is 330 pixels. So if you define a width, it's automatically set the height of, so you can define one of them, maybe it's height and width. So if you want to define height, so you define like 600 pixel. So if you define 600 pixel, then like this. So the height is defined the height of an element and width is defined the width of an element. So if you want to hide this element from display and web page, so just use hidden. So after using hidden, so this may be disappear. So after removing the hide attribute from image, so here is a comeback. So here's the username attribute. So name attribute. So name attributes does not affect no. So name I give like smile gif. So when I'm use PHP script and want to refer this element on PHP side, so here's then the names come in action and I will use this name to refer this element on server side and server script. Without name I cannot refer in server side script. So here's the ID. So first of the I what can do with the ID. So here's the h1. So here's the define like oof, gif. So here's the h1. So you can see that smile gif. So height like 330 pixel. So it's a good. So here's use ID. I want to give them a unique like that ID equal to heading. So now I want to use this heading on style. So here I will write style. I will discuss about CSS just here. So demonstration purpose I'm using CSS for showing the purpose of ID, not I'm explaining everything. So here the ID is used like as heading. So here's a color equal to red. So when I define the color equal to red, so you can see, so you can define, yeah, you can give a ID to multiple elements, but it's not recommended way. So you should give only one ID to one element, not to one to more element. So I have to use a class attribute. So here the class attributes is nothing, just write class and gives them an attribute like a heading. So you can access a class using dot heading color equal to red. Sorry. So here's a color equal to red, so maybe red. So this is a, so if you want to write inline style, this is the, so if you want to use and style attribute, so for styling attribute use style and then define color red. So here's a color equal to red. So here's I define the image border. So using style I define like style. So here's a border equal to 1 pixels, solid black. So when I refresh this, you can see the border around this image. So this is the inline style. So these are style attributes. This is the key and these are its value. At the end of the script, you can also define script tag here to write some scripts when the user click and then they execute the script. So these are the HTML attributes. You can also define a title attribute. So title attribute does not doing anything, just define a title. So here is a gif. When I come to the mouse above, then you can see a title. So you can give the title to attributes. So these are the attributes are nothing. These are the additional information about the HTML elements and write in the starting tag. And all the HTML elements does not have the common and same elements. Some elements is associated with some particular tags or elements. So here's the I hope you will enjoy. I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy, then like, share and subscribe.